Ella here with some updates. Starting with fashion updates. I have new hair accessories. Wait, this is a doll channel, sort of, so doll fashion updates. Um, there's been some. Noah, back you. Um, and Benji got some tops. Some shoes came in, mostly for my larger girls because they were kind of sharing only one pair of shoes. I was only expecting to have one SD girl. I wasn't expecting to have three. Well, two bodies, three heads, so three characters. So three. I wasn't expecting that to happen. So the shoe situation has been resolved. Um, and I should probably start with the awesome stuff. So, um, starting with the fun stuff. Noah here has his red cardigan, which I think I'm going to call this the Mr. Rogers cardigan. It's wonderful on him. Look, he even has a bow tie. um, it's wonderful on him, and um, as awesome as that is, oh, actually, cool thing. Li Shuang can wear that, and it looks like really bulky. It looks like she's like borrowed like her brother's cardigan, which is like, I was like, oh, that's really cute, and also something she would do. um, the one that Noah is probably the extremely good for Noah one is I got his striped hoodie because even though he's a grown man with two children that he takes care of. At least technically adopted them, but they both kept essentially like their names. Um, his most prized article of clothing is a hooded sweater. And I'm not sure. Oh, you can actually tell on this. Good. The stripes is Berkeley, and that brings me great joy. Though he kind of has to wear this shirtless. But then that's just funny because if I pop the button open, it's like, boom! Muscles! It's not an extremely muscled body, it's just enough that every time I'm like, whoa, muscles! um. What? Oh, right. Sorry, I'm looking at three of the dolls there beside me, and I'm going, oh, right, I have to mention that. So, I should probably start off with the more shocking thing. Princess Diva is without a head. Because as much as I was really trying to get the Doll in Mine Julius head to work as Diva, it's not working as Diva. I mean, it's lovely. I love that head. It's beautiful. But it's not Diva. It's a bit too masculine. And I think the Julius can make a good girl. I've seen female Juliuses. But makes more of a serious girl. And Diva wasn't like that. Diva was either happy and content or pissed. Those were essentially her moods. And she liked to change on a dime. She was also a bit neurotic. But as much of a pain in the tush that she was, I really miss her. So I am getting a different head to be Diva. I've actually it took a few days, because I realized there was a problem and started looking at other heads, and considering them, and I reached out to some people, to get advice and to just essentially just talk it out, because I find that if I talk about like what the frustration is and what I want, then I can make a better decision. I'm not struggling as much to make a decision. So I really, once I realized Julius wasn't going to work, I really wanted to see. I really was hoping that Doll in Mind Flown would work, because that's a sculpt I've loved for ages since it came out. Yes, I mean, I love the guys. I love the kind of downward long ears and her little pout. And I was looking at owner pictures and I was going, yeah, no, this I think could work. And my other big contender, because I started off with like 4 choices and then narrowed it down to 2, and just spent a good while finding owner pictures and pictures of the heads blank, because like a face-up can make a huge difference, especially if it's like a really small detail of the sculpt. That can really change like the expression. I'm not even talking about eyes. I'm talking about like if their lips go slightly up, but you don't paint all the way to there, then it looks more like a pout versus a smile. If that makes any sense. So I narrowed it down, and I'm placing my order for a Doll in Mind Tori head. Which is also another sculpt that I've loved for absolute ages. That was one of the first sculpts on Dalmor that I was like, oh my gosh, I've gotta have that one of these days. Because it's like these huge eyes and kind of a pout, but then I was looking at the blank sculpt, and you can actually make it so it's a tiny smile. And I really like that. I kind of waffled a bit between them, because a lot of the owner pictures of Tori have them done up a little bit mean looking, or a little bit, yeah, I'd say a little bit mean looking. But then I found a great face up by Neumans, one of the big name face up artists. And I looked and I just went like, yeah, no, that's perfect. And honestly, the fact that Tori can have those different expressions so easily really works for Diva, because, like I said, she would either be happy and content or pissed. I've also I've got a little outfit set up for her. I've also ordered both a jacket for her and an outfit, because I kind of want her wardrobe to reference cats. I also got her a crown, because Princess Diva, I have to get her a crown. So you might be wondering, if that's going on, what on earth am I doing with the Julius head? Well, it's staying, because I put it on Isaac's body, the Soom Little Gem body, and almost instantly I got a feeling of, okay, this is right. This is the right combination. And that whoever this was part of a duo. So I put him next to Hunter here, who is wearing an awesome Dollhout shirt and a Dollhout waist clincher. So I put him next to Hunter, and it wasn't right. It wasn't jiving. And then I put him next to Cassie here, and it was like there was a light that descended, and triumphant trumpets. The Doll in Mind Julius head is Hal Bowman, Cassie's adopted brother. Let me just show you. So he doesn't have his white eyes, and he doesn't have his hair, and he's the wrong skin tone, because I have to dye him. but beep, that's them. Yeah. And this bit was he was wearing the gray wig before this. That the moment I got him on the body and I put him next to Cassie, it was almost as if he was like apologizing. He was like, I'm so sorry that that I couldn't be diva for you. I'm really sorry that didn't work out. And I'm like, it's okay, Hal, you're awesome too. He's like, yeah, but that wasn't who you wanted. It's like, well, you know what? You're fun too. Like, I'm not going to turn down the fact that I have a sculpt I really like, and that the fit is great on the body, and that Cassie has her brother, that I actually have the complete duo here. Yeah, so Cass and Hal are going to need some work. It's more so that Isaac is going to need a lot of work, because this is... I'm surprised the match doesn't look so horrible on camera, but yeah, this is a normal skin head, very pale, quite pinky, and this is the Zoom cream white with Kid Delph hands in normal skin, because Cassie needed the S-hooks so she could have her robot hands, and apparently I need more S-hooks for hands. But I have found, I think, the perfect eyes for Hal here. They're silver and sparkly with lighter silver and sparkly pupils. And Hal has cybernetic eyes. And both he and Cassie, with their prosthetics of sorts, with their cybernetic parts, both went for the very obvious type, that can't be mistaken for being a natural part, because that's just what they decide to do. But both Hal and, as I have figured out, Isaac and Cassie all need to be dyed, because they're all insisting that they have brown skin. Isaac is saying that yes, he lost some color when the Chaos Spirit entered him and essentially fused with him. Yes, he lost some pigment, some color, but he did not go... Where do I have Isaac? But he did not go bone white. He's still brown, he's just not as brown as he was before, as he was when he was human. And Hal here is also supposed to have brown skin, bit darker than Isaac's, but I can work that out, because I think they'll both be on this body. And then Cassie. I really wish I could get Cassie her own body. Or at least get her some clothes that hide more of her skin that actually are her style. This is kind of a temporary fix. Because the face up here, it was an accident. I overcorrected the blushing, because the head is so pale. I overcorrected it when I was trying to match it. But between that and her eyebrows, the first thing that occurred to me was, you kind of look like the Klingons in Star Trek, the original series, the one from the 60s. And part of what happened with that, it wasn't just stage makeup, it was also, that lighting did like really weird things to tan skin. So I'm picturing Cassie having light brown skin. Nowhere near as dark as Hal, and not as dark as Isaac, but still having like light brown skin. Because that's perfect. So I guess I'm going to have to get some clothes that'll hide that, or get a different body for her, because I can't dye this body because it's Horu's body, and Horu is still, you know, like a lighter skin tone with a yellow undertone. That's her. Um, yeah, so that's it. That's what's going on here. Um, lots of changes, of course. Okay, bye everyone.